Prompt engineering is dead. Not dying, dead. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to optimize your interactions with AI by incorporating 2 simple practices to your use of it. I've been in tech for 20 years. I currently lead multiple AI programs at Google. The way I work with AI stopped looking like prompting about 6 months ago. I'll walk you through the 2 practices that replaced it. For years, a good prompt was you planning the AI's thinking for it. Role, task, constraints, examples. That's over. The current generation of AI plans its own reasoning, which means the skills most of us that got good at doesn't matter anymore. All this time, you've been taught to talk to AI like a programmer. That has completely changed. Now you talk to it like an orchestrator. Programmers write specs. Orchestrators describe what they want and let the system find the path. So the first practice you need to get accustomed to is to stop describing tasks to AI. Start describing frustrations instead. When you write a prompt, you're describing a version of reality you've already sorted out in your head. You decided what the problem is, what the solution should look like, what tools you think you need. What the AI gets is your version of the problem, limited only to your point of view, so it never gets the real one. A frustration is the opposite. When you vent a frustration, you hand the AI the raw material. That's where the real problem usually lives. 3 weekends ago, I was trying to get Claude to produce a weekly intelligence briefing for my newsletter. It should have taken an hour. Instead, I spent all of Saturday afternoon rewriting the prompt instead. Role prompts, task prompts, examples, chain of thought setups. I had prompt version 9 open next to version 1, trying to work out why every brief it generated missed what I cared about. Sunday morning, I gave up on the prompt, opened a fresh chat, just told Claude what was bothering me. I'm trying to get a weekly briefing out of this thing. Every prompt I write gives me something that misses what I actually care about, and I can't figure out why. Before it answered, it asked me 2 questions I hadn't thought to put in the prompt. Who was this briefing for? What counts as a signal versus noise? What was I going to do with the information once I had it? Those were the exact questions I'd been writing prompts to avoid. The AI wanted them. When I answered, the briefing it produced in a single pass was better than anything I'd engineered over 2 days. The reason my prompts got so complicated was that I kept trying to preload the answers to the machine so it wouldn't have to think. The AI can think now, which is why describing frustrations works where describing tasks doesn't. Try this next time you open Claude. Skip the prompt, talk to it the way you would vent to a coworker over lunch. Every Monday morning, I waste an hour figuring out what I should actually care about this week. I dread the 3 p.m. meeting because I never feel prepared and my boss can tell. I have 3 tools that are supposed to save me time, but none of them talk to each other. I call this a friction dump. It's closer to a briefing than a prompt. The AI pulls the real problem out, works out how much thinking it needs, and engages with what actually there is to solve. Before you hit enter, add 1 more line in the end. Ask me the questions you need to actually help me solve this. That's it. The questions the AI asks you aren't the ones you would have thought to put in the prompt. They're sharper, usually because they are the ones you were quietly avoiding. I did this last week on a workflow around client prep. I've been trying to prompt my way to a better prep document for 6 months. When I let the AI interview me instead, its 4 questions stopped me. What is one thing about this client you're hoping doesn't come up in the meeting? That was the moment I realized the power of briefing. I'd never written that into a prompt. But the prep document I got after answering it was different from anything I'd produced before. The second practice is where you actually start orchestrating. The first practice is conversation. The second is what you do with conversations that work. You hand off the work that repeats to it. Pick 1 workflow. Get it running every morning. Just 1. The library approach, where people collect 1,000 prompts and end up using 4, is part of what kept us stuck. An orchestrator doesn't keep a library of instructions. They put the work somewhere it runs. The one I built first, and the one I recommend starting with, I call the living brief. Not a news summary, not a morning roundup. It's a briefing that already knows what you're working on this quarter, the decisions you have open, and what changed in the last 48 hours that affects either one. Last Tuesday, it caught something I would have missed. 2 creators that I follow in the AI space had repositioned their channels in the same week. It wasn't news and nothing was trending. The brief flagged it because it knew I cared about positioning changes in that niche. The point is what it removes from your morning. You stop scanning 5 different sources. You stop asking yourself what you should be paying attention to today, because the brief already made that call for you. You open it, read it, and you know where to put your attention to. If you want to build your own brief, the exact message I use is in the description. Answer the questions it asks and you'll have your first brief running before the end of the day. If you want to know whether you built the right thing or not, run it for a week. If you find yourself still checking the sources it was supposed to replace, the brief isn't specific enough. Go back and tell the AI what it missed. Let it interview you again about what counts as a signal for you specifically. You iterate on the brief itself, not on the instructions that build it. One workflow that runs every day beats 100 prompts saved in a file. Try this tomorrow morning. Open a fresh chat and vent your biggest frustration from this week. Then ask it to interview you. Before lunch, you'll have your first brief. AI learned to plan its own reasoning, which means the skills of prompting what everyone else has been teaching and selling for the past 2 years was a bridge. You're on the other side of it right now. What you describe, what the AI asks, and what the two of you build between you, from here on, that's the work. We're at a stage where every interaction with AI is becoming unique and authentic to you. So, don't try to program the answer. Orchestrate it. Let AI think and tailor it for you. If any of this was useful, give me a subscribe and like. It's how I know to keep making videos like this. And if you want the weekly version of what I'm watching in AI for people who build real things with it, my newsletter is called Grow Assembly. It's free, link is in the description. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next one.